Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV4202. It's a Tier 8 British Premium Medium located on the north spawn of Tundra under the command of the TheCrazyPlatypus. Okay, game on. Well, we've seen the TheCrazyPlatypus and the FV4202 before. In fact, he sent us 3 replays already in this vehicle, and he sent us another 3. As you know, this tank is a bit of a hodgepodge, probably actually best described by Ed Webster as Bubble and Squeak tank, because it's a bit of a combination of a Centurion, a Comet, and a FV201 Concrap. He's just spotted a Patriot actually, and he's further down the river. The gun is a 20-pounder. Oh, nice shot on the Ag Tiger. The gun's a 20-pounder. It's capable of doing 230 alpha, and it will penetrate through 226mm with standard ammo, and with the premium ammo it goes up to 258. Now, he has been spotted. Now, I'm wondering who spotted him. Could it be somebody up on the hill? Yeah, I think it is actually. Now, it does have 10 degrees gun depression, which makes it fairly handy at taking out targets at range, because the turret is fairly strong, but the body of the tank is fairly weak. It is well angled though, that's the main thing. The hull is so well angled that you're likely to get a bounce even if the shell does strike the upper plate. They made 3 prototypes of this vehicle. One of them is still at Bovington, but in a fairly poor condition. Another one is at the was at Remy, but they've actually moved. They moved that to Bovington, and they then combined the parts to actually make it a perfect copy, or as near perfect as they could get. So, and the third one, they don't know where that went. They've no idea, but they presume it's been used as a range target and it's been destroyed. But nobody has a solid idea as to where it's gone. So all we can say is that there is only one version left, and that's the version that's at the Tank Museum. Well, that Progetto gave that one away easily. Pump around straight into the engine bay. I say Ed Webster, it's Ed Francis actually of Armoured Archives. He's done a video on the FV4202. Oh, we're being hit from the hill. The LT432 spotted us, and that's 2 rounds of 85mm ammunition hit us. Yeah. That's unfortunate because he got the weak armour at the rear. Okay, there he is. Oh, it bounced off his armour. He was a lucky guy because his armour's fairly thin, and he wouldn't have survived a 20-pounder round. Well, he would have survived it, but he would have taken a lot of damage, and he's now taken so much damage he's a one-shot. But we've lost sight of him for the moment. Looks to me like the TheCrazyPlatypus is going to try and get some damage on these tanks over here, the ones that came down the west side of the map. And oh, look at this, right for targets, but his first shot doesn't pen the M2Y, it was the M4Y. Caliban, yep, takes him. Now, can you get around into this M4Y? I think he can. Yep, and he's now one shot. Okay, but unfortunately he's down the dip still. IS-3A, he's going to take at least another 3 shots to take him out. Gets one of them into the engine bay, that's good. Go for it again. Nice through the side of the turret this time. And, oh, can't miss that, Defender. Yep, easily through his armour. He's using the APCR, that's why he's got the air penetration. Might as well use it while he's up against tanks like that. The IS-3A is now one shot. So he can kill the IS-3A, get rid of that problem. So he's decided to come around this way because it'll protect him from the defender while he's aiming at that guy. Oh, just showing the top of the tank at the moment. Defender's coming our way. He realises the problem. Might be able to take out the defender though. Okay, we've got the top of the... Oh, IS-3's gone. Nice. Opts to go for the Patriot instead of the defender, who's now down in that little dip. Okay, he's going to have to wait until he pops up. Pull back a bit. Because he's going to come up into view. There he is. He's looking in our direction. That one ricocheted off. That's it. Force him to come forward so he exposes more of himself. He doesn't have gun depression, but you do. This tank is very difficult to get shots on easily, and the shape of the turret, although it looks like it's an Action X turret, in actual fact it was just designed to be to not have a mantlet, a non-mantleted tank. Oh, took a big hit, but it was in the tracks, and he take out the defender, and now we're 2 up on the enemy. Now, they don't have control of the hill anymore, but they do have some down in the river area, and that's, I think, where everyone's headed now. From there, he can actually use his gun depression. Is he going to stay up high or go down? He's going down. Okay. Oh, we just got another one. The enemy's in real trouble now. They've only got a Patriot, a Super Pershing, and the ELC Evan-90, and that's it. We've got tanks behind them as well as in front. He's decided to go through the yard of the mining camp. Watch out to your left. Well, he takes out the Pershing, which means now it's just a Patriot, and he's a 3-shot. I think he's decided to deal with him head on. He's just going straight in. Okay. Make sure your shots count. Teammates helping. And there's the kill shot. Which means now the ELC Evan-90 is the last enemy. Hello. And he's out the game. And that's a win. Here's the end of battle stats for that game. It was an ace tanker game for the TheCrazyPlatypus in the FV4202. He managed to get a ace tanker as well as a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 4 exactly. A 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In that one, he managed to get 7. His win rate was 7,264, and that's good because it shows that he is keeping up the fire rate in order to reach his 3rd mark. And if we look at the team score, we can see that, yep, he did get the highest damage on his team, but he didn't get the highest damage in the game. The Bisonte C45 got 3,822 hit points of damage, but he didn't get a high caliber, mainly because he didn't get 20%. The number of kills, the highest number of kills, actually went to the TheCrazyPlatypus and the Skoda T56. I think the Skoda was after that last kill, the ELC, and that's why he shot one up the rear of the TheCrazyPlatypus towards the end. And 3 kills went to the ELC Evan-90 on his own team and the Bisonte on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, TheCrazyPlatypus has got that one as well, with 1,321, 1,072 went to the Skoda, and 883 went to the ELC Evan-90. 21 shots fired, 18 direct hits, 15 penetrations. 20 pounder is a very good gun. 2,987 hit points of damage, of which 200 were at more than 300 meters. 6 hits received from the enemy, only 4 penetrated, 2 non-penetrations, and 930 hit points of damage blocked by armor. Spotted 6 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4, did 652 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned 69,442 credits, and after resupply of ammunition, consumables and repair, he actually ended up with a loss of 9,213 credits, and most of that was down to the fact that he did fire a fair bit of premium towards the end of the game when he was taking on the heavy tanks. 1,321 base XP, 661 for completing a mission, and 88 for being a premium vehicle. Took away 2,070 experience points altogether. We've covered the FV4202 before on our new feature, which I think a lot of people do like, and we'll now just go over it again for briefly exposing exactly where you can get hits and where the modules are. You can see this they call collision model. This is on Tanks GG. And you can see that the actual impacted armor here is only 50mm, but it's actually effective armor of 102, 101. So it's actually quite strong at the front, especially if you angle it. If you don't angle it and you just look at it straight, it's still 108mm armor of 50.8 actual armor. So well angled, and that's why rounds have difficulty getting through. Especially if you're taking on tier 6s, tier 7s. Obviously, this tank can see tier 9 because it can also be a bottom tier or even tier 10 for that matter. In which case, then they're going to have no problem punching through the armor. The turret is a lot stronger. As you can see here, impacted armor is only 200mm, but it's showing 215. You don't want to shoot through the mount. It's going to be fairly well angled here, as you can see with the angling. You've got a very low chance of actually getting through because of some of the angles. So it really is quite tough because it's only 140mm actual thickness, but it's coming up as 209. And yeah, so even if you aim for the top of the turret here, where the armor is only 80mm thick, you're actually coming up against effective armor of 177. So again, very tough to get through. The cupola, actual thickness only 65mm, but because it's flat, that's all you're facing. So basically, if you want to take out one of these from the front, if you've got enough penetration, you can go for the upper and lower plate, but otherwise it's to go for the cupola if you're a lower tier tank and you're taking this one on. And again, as before, it's fairly easy to take it out from the side or from the rear because it's very thin, 50mm on the sides, and from the rear it's only 31 or 32mm thick. So ideally this tank, you either want to hit the cupola from the front, get the lower or upper plate, or the sides if you can. You can see those sides aren't angled at all, well, very, very slightly, so it's not as if it's going to deflect a shell very easily. Well, that's the armor. Let's have a look at the modules. Your view, and you can see that we've got a rather unusual arrangement, but it's actually, well, unusual. No, it's not really, if you think about it, because this is the same arrangement you have on modern British tanks. On the left-hand side, as you're looking at it from the front, we've got the gunner up front with the TC, the tank commander, directly behind him. Radio set is to the left of the actual gunner. And so obviously it's fairly easy for the commander to access. The loader is on the right hand side of the tank as you're looking at it from the front, and down below we've got the driver on the left hand side as you're looking at it with his viewports, and right next door to him is an ammo rack. So not the best place to have, because if you can punch through that frontal armor, you might be able to get an ammo rack hit straight away. If you try to hit it from the side though, you're going to find a bit of difficulty trying to hit it because the bogies will actually get in your way, and that will act as extra armor to protect you. There's no ammo in the turret, so to speak, so aiming for the turret is not going to set off an explosion, so to speak. But you can see here's the transmission at the rear, the engine in between two fuel tanks. So yes, you should be able to hit the fuel tank if you aim for the last set of bogies, or aim for the last set of return rollers, I should say, and punch the shell through there. You'll either hit the engine or you'll punch a fuel tank and possibly set him on fire. So the only way really to ammo rack him efficiently would be to actually fire through the lower plates at the front. Yes, that's a little easier to hit if you've got the pen. Remember, heavily angled armor, as you can just about make out here, which makes it difficult to penetrate. Anyway, that's where the modules are. So that's the end of this battle. Let's have a look at the second one. And the second battle is on the Ensk map, and we're on the North Spawn. Game on. Well, you may have noticed that there's not so many mods showing on this game, and that's because, yes, I'm having to play without them, because if I try to play with them, we lose that top left-hand corner, and some of you have expressed dislike of having that in the screen because it actually makes it more difficult to see what's going on. I think those tanks are passing in front of you, but you can't see them because they're too far away. Oh, just narrowly missed him. Yes, I think the tank that he saw didn't have as good camo as the others that went out into the field. That T-52, for instance, he didn't see him pass, but he did go right in front of him. Okay, Centurion. Only the top of the cupola showing though. Now this tank does side scrape fairly well, although it's, as I said, fairly flat-sided. Almost hit him. You can use that rubble quite effectively because that will make him in a hold down position. Oh, enemy's got an FV4202 as well, and he was looking directly at us, but he didn't recognise that we were there, so yes, he didn't get a shot off. Okay, that covers that corner. We might be able to get a shot at the Centurion if he moves up. Is there anybody down here? Yes, there is, and it's the FV4202. And it says armour not hit, but surely that shell did hit the side of the vehicle, but it just hit the tracks. Now remember, side on you want to go for either the last set of rollers, or you want to get it through the lower plate if you can. He's using APCR, which is effective. He's got enough pen, he should be able to go through, and he just bounced around from the FV4202. Yeah, he's got 258mm, which should be enough to go through the upper or lower plate. And remember, if he can get it on the right hand side of the front plate as we're looking at it, then he should be able to get an ammo rack if he can put it in the right spot. Always helpful to have that sort of information to hand in your mind. You do pick it up after a while. You think to yourself, oh, I'll never remember all that, but yes you do. You remember things like where the armor is located, where the stuff is weak, and where the ammo racks are, so you can get a big bang. There's a bit of cover from those that wood. Yeah, this rubble is very strategically well placed, so it means you can move up on the enemy. And this Centurion is going to find out the hard way that yes, he can get shots. He can sit behind these pipes here, use them as cover. It looks to me like the FV4202 is actually just a little way back. Thank you. Lower plates. Okay, there's a Firefly just short distance away. Oh, we took a round in the tracks, but I go for it now because I think although you won't get a kill off this shot, you will make him a one shot. And he fires, it hits you in the track again, this time for a kill. Oh, we just tracked him! And he takes a round from the FV4202 instead. Go for it, get the kill. That's better. Okay. Who's next? FV4202, remember the right spot to hit it? Well, he got one round through, but it was actually just behind the turret rear, and he's looking at us at the moment, so all we're doing is punching holes through the side. He's not likely to hit the ammo rack, but he is likely to get holes. Wait for it, now. Oh, missed the chance. Decided to pull back and use a side scraping on him. The FV4202 though is waiting for us to turn up before he tries to get a shot through us. Oh, and we've got somebody trying to creep up us, and it's the 53 TP. Leave him, just get the FV4202 for the moment. He's a two-shot, but he's now hiding behind that brick. Well, that's one. And the 53 TP's come back, so you need to pull back or use this wall here to side scrape on, just in case it comes around the corner. It's going to take us more than a few shots to take him out. Okay, FV4202 made the decision to come around this way. He did get one round into us, but let's see if we can get the kill shot. No, didn't get an ammo rack or anything, but kill shot now. Say goodnight, Gracie. I say, got a hit. 53 TP is just around the corner now, and the enemy's got another FV4202. I think the one that we just killed was a different one than the one we were hitting before, and he's come around this way. He does put a round into us, but he's out the game. And now we've got the 53T to deal with. Now, the best way to deal with this one would be to try and get behind him and use your speed. Got a 50 kilometers now, top speed. Ow, now we took a big hit from his gun. And nope, just didn't pen. You could shoot down the tube actually. And let the Super Hellcat get around into the 53TP. He's looking at him. Okay, we're going to go behind him. Oh. Okay, 53TP's looking at the Hellcat. Come up behind him, put a round into his rear. Thank you. And now he's getting caught in a crossfire. He has to aim at us or he has to aim at the Super Hellcat, but he can't do both. And we're nicely side scraping off this corner. He's waiting for us to come out so he can pump around into our side. Super Hellcat doesn't appear to be taking notice of that though. But we're getting a free shot. There we go. He's now one shot. Super Hellcat kill him. Oh, I don't think he can see him. I think that building is in the way. No, he tried. He did try. Side scrape out again. He's waiting for us to appear. The Super Hellcat's just sitting there, not doing anything. Okay, well there's the kill. And it is the Super Hellcat who actually did get the kill in the end. So maybe I was uncharitable to that Super Hellcat. But now it's 2 versus 1. All they've got left is the SU-100M1. We're sitting in his cap circle at the moment, but I don't think we intend to cap out. We need to take out this SU-101, and the Super Hellcat's gone up to defend the cap area. Was he to our left? I think he's headed towards our cap. Okay, short on hit points now. We've only got 13 left. An HE round would be enough to kill us. No sign. I think he's headed towards our cap. We didn't get 6 cents go off, so he doesn't know where we are yet. I reckon he's covering his own cap now. If he'd gone to our cap, we would have heard him, or the Super Hellcat would have seen him. So I think he's covering the cap down this end. You know what? I think the best thing to do would be to turn around, go back up to our cap, go along to the west, then come down the road behind, and then if he's in the K row somewhere waiting for us to appear, we'll come up behind him. Super Hellcat relocating. Got plenty of time to tactically think this one through. He's trying to side scrape off this building at the moment because he's got so few hit points he dare not come out and do just poke and have a look just in case the SU-101's looking. I would go up the north, cut over to the west, down the main road and look for the SU-101 amongst the buildings. Okay, somebody's saying they think he's up north. I don't think so. The Super Hellcat would have seen him. Yes, he is down south. And he is behind the building, so he would have been, if we'd done gone the north route, yes, we would have caught him unawares. We would have come up behind him, and he would have got one hell of a shock. Okay, but yes, the Super Hellcat knows where he is now, and he managed to get around in as well. He's a one-shot. Drive towards him. Even if he's looking in our direction, the Super Hellcat's coming up behind him. We're coming one side. Okay, trying to fire that one through. Keep his attention. No, the SU-101's looking at the Super Hellcat, and he takes the kill to win the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker game for the TheCrazyPlatypus in the FV4202. He managed to get a shell proof in this one for blocking more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, and he got a bruise and medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 7 again. He got the high caliber this time for dealing the most damage in the game, as well as the steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game, but he only ended the game on only 13 hit points. Yeah, so yes, maybe it was the right decision to hide and wait for the enemy to pop out, because he really didn't have a lot to spare. But I think if he had gone north, gone to the west, and come back down, I think he would have found that SU-101 trying to hide and shot him in the rear, and that would have caused no end of problems for that SU. Anyway, he got a win rate of 7,035 out of that one, which is Super Unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at team scores. There he is, top of the table with 3,370. The next highest score in the game actually was the 53TP with 3,666. So my guessing is that he shot one of his own teammates and he was disqualified from getting the high caliber, and it fell directly to the TheCrazyPlatypus instead, who'd already got 20% of the enemy hit pool. So yeah, he paid for it. He actually gave a medal to the TheCrazyPlatypus by, yeah, being silly. When it came to kills, the high scorer was the 53TP with 4 kills. 3 kills went to Platypus, to the KV2 on his own team, and to the FV4202 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one as well with 1,344, 1,009 to the KV2 on his team, and 888 to the 45TP. He fired 25 rounds in this game, got 20 direct hits and 17 penetrations, damage of 3,370, all of it at close range. 15 hits received from the enemy, so easily qualified for the high caliber, the steel wall, because you need at least 11 for that. 6 penetrated though, and 9 non-penetrations. Some of those penetrations did cost him quite a lot of health. The 53TP got one big round into him for starters. 1,450 hit points of damage blocked by armors with those 9 non-penetrations. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, so 743 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 74,722 credits from the game, and after repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, took away a loss of 8,984, if my eyesight's not deceiving me. And it was down to the fact that he was firing APCR. Yes, he did need to fire the APCR to give him the extra pen. He was firing at an FV4202, although, as you saw in the armor that I showed you, the armor layout, you can punch through the sides of the vehicle with standard ammo, but you're much better off if trying to get the front of the vehicle to try and get that ammo rack by using APCR. 1,344 base XP. 89 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 1,433 experience points altogether. So he's well on track to getting his third mark. Just got to keep up the pressure. He's got 2 marks already, so he's above 85%. He's just got to get his way to 95, and I'm sure that he will do it sooner or later. So let's have a look at the third battle in this video. And this time round, we're on the southwest spawn of Westfield. And he's in platoon with Nino03 and, oh, that's a difficult one, ZG Budgie? ZG Budgie? Not sure. I will just call him Budgie for short. Okay, well, he's in the Panther 2 and Nino is in the Progetto 46. Okay, this one's a tier 8 game with only tier 8 tanks in it. You can see how slow this thing is going up hills. Even though it's got a Rolls-Royce Meteorite engine, it's still pretty slow. Okay, he's just going to try and use this corner. Nino's going to have a quick look, see if he can spot anyone. Nobody yet. You see those big wheels. Oh, Star 1 moving in on Progetto. Gonna have to come around the corner to have a go at Nino, and then we'll have a go at him. There he is. Oh, poked his nose out to see if anyone would shoot, and he gets hit. 20 pounder, 231, which means that's a high roll. Nope, that one bounced off the rounded armour. Ooh! Unfortunately, that was Budgie, and he just got taken out by an AMX AC-48. And there he is, he's over there. You can see Nino's firing in that direction, so I think he must have exposed himself by pulling back, and the AC-48 put a round in. Unfortunately, it also means that Nino's in danger, because it means that the AC-48 is looking in his direction as well. Okay, Star. Oh! And the Star killed Nino. Yeah, this T-34-2 could be a bit of a problem. Could easily see him pushing up to take a shot just as we're firing on the Star and causing us to hit the side of his turret. AC-48, now where are you? ELC, find him for us. Go look-see. There he is. Well, that's something back. We've got a fire as well. Go for him again. Oh, a T-34-2, just as I said, but he did get the kill. Yes, Mr. T-34, go somewhere else, please. Yeah, you nearly caused us to shoot you. It would deprive us of a high caliber. Oh! Now, we have lost the high caliber now because that guy was in the way when the shell went out. But we got a shot into the enemy Progetto. I'd said that this guy would be a nuisance, and he is a nuisance. So you're better off elsewhere. And, oh! Senlak. And a Borsig as well. Well, good attempt, but try and hit him when he's stationary. Okay, he's looking in our direction. That's it. Nice, that's better. I think that Platypus was only doing what he felt he needed to do, hit the guy before he went into cover, but he actually ran straight into the wall. And there's the kill shot. So he's got 2 kills now. Did take 1 hit from the Senlak. Oh, we've just lost another player, but it's the T-34-2, the nuisance. Yeah, if we win this game and we don't get the high caliber, I am going to be very, very annoyed with that T-34-2, and I think Platypus would as well. Denied a medal because somebody was silly. They can't move up onto the heights at the moment because we're covering that corner and there's 3 tanks over in that direction. All he can do at the moment is wait in the bottom of the valley, use the buildings for cover and the trees, and wait for their inevitable arrival. I don't think they'll come through the base at the bottom of the valley, because if they do, they'll get spotted by the Scorpion G and the Charioteer. Although they are on that chine looking up at the village to the north. Ooh, that was good. Scorpion G just took out their T-34-3. Nice. That means there's fewer that we're looking to oppose. And oh my god, they did decide to come down the valley. And it's the Centurion. We didn't get spotted. Using the bush mechanic. Okay, go for it again. Can't see it. Scorpion wants us to pull back. Yeah, he may be able to see something that we can't see. I'm surprised that Centurion came down the valley though, because he must have realised that we've got cover on the edge of the valley. Well, Star 1 has gone over from one side of the valley to the other, and he's now up in the village with the SU-130PM. Or at least where we think the SU-130PM is. And this is where the gun depression can be useful. And we've spotted the TS5, but he's over that rise. But the SU-130PM saw him as well. Got around into him. Can we get a shot? Oh no, we've been spotted. I'm pretty sure that was the SCA-1 or the SU-130PM that saw us. Oh! That's the SCA-1 blowing up. The Scorpion G hit him. Scorpion G's now got 3 kills. And the SU-130PM is doing quite well, so he's got 2. I can hear that Scorpion firing. Now we just need to get sight of where the SU-130PM is located. Let the Scorpion hit him. Put a big dent into him. Remember, that guy's got virtually no armor. In fact, he's loaded the HE rounds straight away, Platypus. You get 280 out of that one and 42mm of PEM, but he can easily get through the armor of an SU-130PM with the HE round. So remember, it's virtually no armor, it's paper thin. Yeah, he's unfortunately can't get over that ridge line. Needs to go a bit further up to get a bit of a flatter section. Now he can use that 10 degrees. All the Charioteers just diving straight in. He's got no fear. And the SU-130PM is actually to our north. Oh, missed him with the first round, but we've got more HE available. And I'm pretty sure he's going to probably try and engage us, and the Charioteers going down behind him. So we need to keep him occupied. No, we didn't get a hit there. We need to move up. Need to move up. He's engaging our Charioteer. That's one. That's good. Go for the kill. Thank you very much. Yes! 3 kills. Matching the Scorpion G. Okay, we now need to just deal with the last 3 enemy. He's reloaded the APCR. The enemy team is a Centurion 1, a T28, that's what he needs the APCR for, and a Progetto 46. Well, he can penetrate that guy with standard ammo, so he might be better off just loading standard AP. Now, he could do a quick run along the top of the cliff edge here to actually spot for the Scorpion. Scorpion's decided to reposition because I don't think he's getting anything from here. We just need to find out where the Centurion's gone, really, more than anything. 6th sense goes off. We know we're close. Well, he's not been spotted. But I think he'll be spotted now because he is crossing the valley. And yes, he has been. I think he's to your left and he's looking to the left. And there he is. 1 round in. But all the time he's going up here. Scorpion's firing. That's good. Now he's got the ground in his favour now. This is nice. Okay, go again. Nice! Good hit! 512 from that one. It was 214 actually in total from that shot. Go for the... Yes, he's going for the engine bay. Trying to get that shot through the return rollers into the fuel tanks. We just got hit by the T28, but I think he's only firing the 120mm gun because he only got 388 off us. Where are you, Centurion? Can't see him. He's gone to cover. Scorpion's moving behind us now to try and get at the T28. Good maneuvering by Platypus. keeping his gun on the target, but he's maneuvering the vehicle around to get the gun in his favour. Scorpion's found the Centurion, but he's also found the Progetto. Nice shot. Makes him a one shot. Now, can we get a shot into the Centurion? Yes, we can. Oh, we just lost our Progetto. And there's the T28. And it's a good job that he's loaded the APCR. And he hit the T28 in the tracks. Well, our SU-130PM has gone around. We lost the Scorpion G. The enemy's still got that Centurion, but remember, he's only got 5 hit points, so he's got virtually nothing left. The SU-130PM's coming up behind and kills the T-28, which means now the only remaining enemy is the Centurion, and we can easily take him out. We could do it with an HE round, actually, for that matter, but I think an armor piercing would do better. Okay, where are you? There you are. Easy, well played. So, a very good gun, guns up, and he's happy. Here's the end of battle stats for the third game, and it was another ace tanker game for TheCrazyPlatypus in the FV4202. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly, as well as a Judas for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. His win rate was high, 6,853. Now, was he denied of a medal? Down to that T-34-2 on his own team. Let's have a look. Well, no, thankfully he wasn't denied a medal, because the person who got the highest damage in the game actually turned out to be the Scorpion G. He picked up a high caliber and a Confederate for 4,789, with the second highest damage being the AMBT on the enemy team with 4,758, and the third highest damage went to the TheCrazyPlatypus with 3,440. His platoon mates in that game unfortunately didn't do that well. Nino03 got 499, and well, Budgie didn't get any damage at all. He got seen by that AC-48 and taken out, but at least the TheCrazyPlatypus managed to get revenge on that guy in return. When it came to kills, it was the TheCrazyPlatypus who did the best with 4 kills out of that one. 3 kills went to the Scorpion G, the SU-130PM, and also the SU-130PM on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in second place. The Scorpion G got 1,320, 1,283 went to the TheCrazyPlatypus, 1,034 went to the Charioteer, and we can see his platoon mates. Nino got 450, and Budgie wasn't last. Even though the Schwarzpanzer got 529, he got a lower base XP out of that one for some reason. And yeah, so Budgie got 350. TheCrazyPlatypus fired 25 rounds of 20-pounder ammunition, got 20 direct hits on the enemy and 16 pens, 1 splash. Damage of 3,440 hit points, of which 1,527 were at more than 300 meters. Received 4 hits from the enemy, 3 of which penetrated, 1 non-penetration. 180 hit points damage blocked by armor. That was, I think, the Senlac. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 1,068 hit points of damage assist. He earned 75,813 credits in the battle. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and this time he did use some premium ammo, but it wasn't a lot, and that way he actually ended up with a profit of 19,138 credits on a free-to-play account, 1,283 base XP, 85 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 1,368 experience points altogether. So he's well on the way to getting his third mark, and if he keeps up the damage rate at this level, I'm pretty sure he will be getting it sometime in the next week or so. I don't often do 3 replay videos like this, but I thought that it would be quite interesting for you to see as he improves and gets a better score, better performance. It's interesting to see. Plus, of course, the FV4202 is a rather underplayed tank because a lot of people don't particularly like it. They think it's a bit mediocre, to say the least, but it does have potential. And if you can play it right, even though it's got a fairly slow speed, if you can play it right, you can actually get good results. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, Please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.